Hi, Cap. I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies.
That's not the point. This hack was just knocked out one of my workers.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so riled at her.
Customs and inspection, right this way! Identification. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. I'd tell you no one's fallen for that line in about 30 years. Then, I'd take the safety off my...
It's a good thing she did.
Sure, kid. Captain Hawthorne, you said. According to...
But we've hardly been out of...
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interference. If I had to take a guess as to why... Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udam's an interesting guy. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to... A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Mutt, is there anything... The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping... Too big. Most of those jobs are going to take you off. Are you... You got a funny sense of humor, friend. Can't say I much get it. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had... A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. Then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now... Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just... Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Glad to... Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards.
If you're thinking full-time jobs on... Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where... They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just... They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know... All right? He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care. Not that he would, being a board man and all. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and it's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but they got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations that we push them too hard. Maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new...
The board wouldn't do...
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow...
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all... Sure thing. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a... I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hostile. BC.
This is it. security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You're hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole. You couldn't pay me to visit Monarch. I'd probably get my face eaten off. Is any of the news they play here actually true?
This is Healthy. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch.
Well, well, well. What fine treasures might await us in here? Here we go! We are victorious.
Gosh, ain't that handsome.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Some town officials to make a statement regarding rumors of food shortages. Rest assured, the far-sighted corporate leaders of Halcyon have tailored their product lines to be selective to the refined customer. Scheduled scarcity is a premium feature of Colonial Life. This has been Halcyon News, the only source for news in the Halcyon Colony.
Sorry. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count. Fine, as long as the Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't let. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants, company ships. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man,
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bat.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to popular Paris mini cells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. RT greeting. Potential customer. May this unit dispense protein. This unit is programmed to shock simulation non-functional. Shock simulation. Restore. How? Did shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by. May this unit dispense.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't seem any... No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's mine. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some work. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer... Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if...
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Couldn't have done it without your more...
Now, if there's nothing else, there... Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. Only the board has access to new parts. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online... Reasonable, huh? According to my grandmother's old schematics, the part... I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions. The station's radiators haven't changed since her time. And her records say the part... Sorry, I forgot. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for... Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than... I have. One of my engineers. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. Nice and pragmatic. Good.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate...
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this, right? Time to feed the flame.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like?
Speaking for myself, Captain,
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty. You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from above.
Incoming!
I mean, just wow. Please, dear God. Okay.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm.
Okay, here we go!
No!
That was so dumb. That was so dumb.
Hey, McRed, were you Sure!
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn.
Get branded when they join McRed's crew.
Now that it's home to an original
You got enough.
I don't understand you. Mm-hmm. She never even gave a time. She just said she's gonna be ripping and running. My rule is to still call me first. I've told her this. Honestly.
so cozy.
Crazy part is, it's only 11:30. I said crazy part is, it's only 11:30. Thought it was late. Sure. Yeah. I feel rested. I don't know.
Can't even get a fucking high. Oh, you just think you grown? Bitch, yes. Yes. Come to what I need to come to. My house. My home. You call it house.
Oh shit, no, shit, fuck, okay. I accidentally shot the little doctor and I was like, please don't get mad at me.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Oh. I forgot that I was stealing right in front of her. No. I was gonna play Apex or something, but...
Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by. It's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam. I'll get back.
Easy.
This place is falling apart.
Can't spell groundbreaker without broken. Oh, wait.
Try me?
Put him in the...
Don't mess with us.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
you've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight man-to-pillar in...
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean,
I'm genuinely heartened to hear...
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible. Incoming! That's good.
It fucking threw me off. Like, it's just really atrocious to look at. Like, it kind of hurts my brain. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's a robot. I'm an idiot. I literally thought. Literally bought this pistol so that I wouldn't have to use all my fucking heavy ammo. Proceeded to never use this fucking pistol. Party.
Everyone all right?
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says... Done. The temperatures are dropping. Not bad when you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you things.
This bitch just spoke for the whole Groundbreaker. Groundbreaker out. I need to get that perk that lets me buy fucking mag picks or whatever the fuck I need to do.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
This is Halcyon News.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who... If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just...
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work... Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gayan, kept it together during the crossing. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when. You've got my attention. You're right, I don't. The board is after two things. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used... has something? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? And who... Oh, Alex. There were so many... He was my dearest friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a... It must have been lost with Alex, then. One more tragedy to top the pile. Tell me. Oh. Awful business, that. But what... Right, you're There, I've removed the flag from your ship. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, What? Amazing! I didn't think those things worked. Mostly people... An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight... Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to, lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fancier on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to...
Stray too much from the, straight and narrow, and one may just find himself.
To give away something so important to you.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something... So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you... That's really neither here nor there. No. That's the long and short. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now.
Is it Mr. Wells, the fellow who woke you? How bad could he be? You might have asked... Is it true what you said? Well, welcome to Halcyon. I'm Parvati Holcomb. Parvati Holcomb, which Reckon we'll have to figure it out together. I mean, if it... Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. What? No. Maybe? I don't... You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater? I just met her. How could I be? Alls I know... Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? It's just... She's calm and...
You're right.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to... Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Heard of it? My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery.
Okay, night.
Which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
I love you.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a Spacer's choice beer. Take what you... So, what can I get you? Some soap? I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our consumer... Oh, I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated. I can see all of the top-quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering it. Sprout Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of...
I was gonna ask for toothbrushes.
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find... Trouble sleeping? Try our lunar... The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out gold guarantee. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and at Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and... Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice? You would never ask. Why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, if there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the... It's fine. Speaking of interest, can I Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are all... Oh, sorry. It's a script. If I don't follow it to a T, I might... Okay, you could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from us. That's why you should get a backup for 3. Become... Program currently unapproved in Alpha, rewards and friendship pen. Have a look.
Dude, I wonder if something special happens when I put this shit on.
You should give our latest... Don't take my... I got you too? Yeah. Same hat. Looks really good on you. What a snug fit on your giant head.
You think he means?
As a consumer-facing representative of Spacer's Choice, I'm obligated to wear it with pride, with hope.
Oh, you just get a new line of dialogue, okay.
Bless my heart. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for lucky for now. She's curious. If you, the more, don't.
Step lively, Ms. Holcomb.
I'm not winded. Honest. My, boot was untied.
Would hate for you to get left behind, or architect forbid, become lost.
Hey, you got a second? Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I was in the middle of a little discussion with the I know. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine looking. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. Oh, okay. Sure, I can be myself. I can be... You're looking for crew. I'm looking for a way off this port. So we've got something in common already. And yeah, I know I came on a little strong, but honestly, when was the last time anybody was so eager to throw in with you? Thanks. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board.
You got a crew now.
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship?